Hello, we are the Lake Cabin crew, and our current project is renovating a cabin from the 60s. We are working on this as a family, so everyone has a part to play. The cabin got into a pretty bad shape before we started, and currently we have redone the roof, the floor, and the windows. There is still lots to do, but we really have enjoyed the journey so far, and appreciate everything that we have learned by doing this ourselves. What makes this project even better is being surrounded by the beautiful nature of Lake Finland, where you can swim in the clear and clean lakes. We live a busy life in the capital city area, and being able to come to the middle of nature is something we all cherish. Surrounded with the sounds of nature brings a sense of calm that is difficult to get in the city.
Hello.
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 This is our lake cabin crew, and now we are starting our kind of spring renovation. There is going to be some painting, and also we are going to make the inner side walls of the cabin better than they are now, and then we are going to make the inner roof there.
And also some swimming
Yeah,
for the brave.
absolutely.
Hugo, please find your keys. No one knows where they are.
On the table. Fine. I know exactly where they are.
Here is the red ochre paint. We didn't made it by ourselves, even it's possible. We bought it. And then of course we have to remember the air protection, because we have so many machines which are making quite much noise. And the laser, but it's for later use. I think we are going to use it more when we are making the terrace or patio.
So the options we have is to build the ceiling inside,
Yeah,
or we can do the outer walls, or we can do the inner walls. So with the grinder,
yeah. Yeah, I think we are going to start with the outer walls. Like you can see, it's kind of mold or some kind of fungi here. It kind of gets away quite easily, but we are going to use that lye on it.
lye. And it's also just dirty anyways,
Yeah.
so it would be nice to kind of...
Yeah, the lye is actually kind of making the dirt also kind of melt away.
Yeah.
So
Is it a problem if the lye gets on the windows?
it's better not to.
Okay. So a bit of a warning, the lye is a kind of stuff that if it gets on your clothes, it will discolor them.
It takes Tremax.
Yes, Tremax.
I think I'm going to use it and show you how efficient it is. You can see it's quite moldy or dirty here, but when I paint here, it takes only few brushfuls like this. It's so much better now. There's not nearly as much mold or dirt anymore. Oh, there is a spider. Little bugs are getting alive. Yeah. So this is removing the worst parts of the mold. It's not dangerous, it's quite natural what appears to old logs, at least in Finland. But it's good to take away now. quite moldy like here, but when I just use this a little bit, it literally removes it. This is kind of friend of every log builder, I think. And it's also natural substance which people have been using hundreds of years.
So the reason we decided to use lye was that we have been using it for a couple of years already and found it quite effective against these growths. And lye has already been used for centuries to clean wooden buildings before repainting in Finland and other Nordic countries. Traditional lye was made from wood ash, usually by pouring hot water through hardwood ashes to create an alkaline cleaning solution. Nowadays, lye is usually made from sodium hydroxide, which is much stronger than traditional wood ash, and it has a pH level between 11 and 13. And since it's highly alkaline, it helps break down algae, mold, fungi, and other kind of organic growths. Lye was never meant to kind of strip the old paint itself. It just meant to help remove the dirt, loose pigment, and biological growth before applying a fresh coat of red ochre paint. And just as important as lye is the actual brushing. Important part is also letting the lye completely dry off before you paint over it.
What do you want to do with this big rock?
I'm not sure.
Because it's quite nice
It is.
and we could use it for something.
Yeah,
Also, how can there be a tree on top of it?
I'm not sure.
It's a magic tree.
It's a magic tree. If you have any suggestions, we would like to hear those.
Yeah. Leave them down in the comments.
Yeah,
Because it is quite accessible.
it is,
But
and it's quite big.
It
As
is
you can
not like, it is high enough that I could jump to the water,
No.
but the water is not deep enough.
Yeah,
So it would be this kind of a clown jump.
no. I do not agree anything dangerous. Yeah, but it looks very nice and
Yes.
it would be nice to use somewhere.
Some kind of a element to be used.
Yeah,
But yeah, these are properly attached.
yeah.
Actual trees growing here.
We have their pine, I think.
Yeah. And some kind of leafy green.
I think it's the one where is the orange, the berries.
It turns it completely different color.
Yeah.
Is it a problem?
I mean, I kind of put a bit of it everywhere and just put more of it on these black spots. Because I think if you kind of leave it here, you will see that these... I don't know. Let's see. But you need more of the stuff.
Yeah. Can you?
I will get some for you. Okay? Give me the ladle. That should be plenty for now. I will get the ladder for you also, so you can get a bit higher. Come on, catch it. Now that it's going everywhere, you can just use it instead of letting it drip away. Because it doesn't matter if you paint the whole wall with this, but the black spots need like more of it.
Nowadays there are these specialized mold and algae removers, and they are more commonly used, but this kind of traditional lye cleaning method is still appreciated in historic building restoration. And fun fact, the Finnish farmers in the olden days made their own lye from the ashes left over after heating their homes, so nothing went to waste. Wood ash became an effective cleaning solution for building, laundry, and even soap making.
Do you want to swap for a while?
Okay, what does this really do?
So it's lye. It's like this organic it's not acid, but it's kind of this stuff that strips away some of the paint and most of the organic stuff it's gonna kill. So it kind of clears off this black stuff. And you can also see here, it makes this like where we have it when we don't. You have these kind of edges showing.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I think we should do maybe a light layer of it everywhere. You can see the black stuff just vanishing away.
Yeah.
And then just a small light layer of it everywhere else. So we get this kind of even color, even though it doesn't matter that much since we're gonna just paint over this anyways. But I don't know, they just look weird to me, those parts where we have these edges. But even the black stuff would be left under the red ochre paint. And the red ochre paint itself contains some of like is it iron, and that also kills some of the black stuff. So we're just making like extra sure. Can you move the ladder a bit closer to the window?
Is the Tremax being left there, or does it go
It
away?
evaporates.
Yeah.
It just takes like one day and it's gone. So tomorrow when we come back, it's gonna look a bit different. It's handy to have long hands here.
Yeah. Mom couldn't do this.
Nope. And just as I say that, watch me face plant out down here from here. For reaching too far. And you can actually like really hard press it down while you kind of, so it's not just painting over, it's kind of like washing the dishes. So it's just like actually like brushing the black stuff away.
Yeah. I'll try a bit harder.
Yep.
So we are just about to start painting the walls, and we got no instructions on what to do, so we'll just start painting.
And then we have the red ochre paint, or punamultamaali in Finnish. It has been used in Nordic wooden buildings for hundreds of years, making it one of the oldest exterior paints still in use today. The distinctive red color comes from natural iron oxide, and this kind of famous Falu red, which I think this one also is, originates from Sweden, where the pigment was produced from byproducts of this historic Falun copper mine. The traditional red ochre paint is made from simple ingredients such as water, flour, natural pigment, iron sulfate, and sometimes linseed oil. Unlike modern paints, it doesn't trap moisture. The breathable finish allows wood to dry naturally, helping reduce moisture-related damage. It works best on rough sawn wood where the paint can penetrate and bond with the surface. The red ochre paint does not peel, instead it gradually weathers away over time, making maintenance much easier. Repainting is simple. In most cases, the surface only needs brushing clean before a fresh coat is applied. A well-maintained red ochre finish can last 10 to 20 years, depending on the climate and the building's exposure to weather. Although red is the most famous color, traditional ochre paints are also available in black, brown, yellow, and grey using different natural pigments.
Did you put any water to the paint before you started?
No.
Okay.
I didn't know we should.
Yeah, that's fine.
Vapaita pensleitä.
Yeah, I think we can use this, and there is a small ones also.
Yep.
And Felix, when you take the paint, you can take quite much,
Yeah.
like this, and then
Is there a bigger?
You can have this one. I'll take one of the smaller ones.
Okay.
and you can take actually this one, and I can take smaller ones and start to make the corners.
Okay.
So regarding the future plans for this wall, we are planning on installing a AC unit to the bedroom that we are building, and the outside unit will be coming to this wall. And we need to think of some kind of a box or a frame around it and then paint that with the same color. Other future plans, we are thinking of building a terrace or a patio for this, and maybe some kind of a path to the shore from where we jump to the lake, as you will soon see. On the terrace, we're also planning some kind of a summer kitchen where we could have this kind of gas cooktop and maybe a grill, then some kind of a outside dishwashing possibility, but these are still just in the planning stage, so we are still investigating what kind of summer kitchen we will want in the future.
There is some little spots there on the panel up there, which should be also kind of just brush ones over it. There's, I think, those markings from the previous times we went there with the ladders.
Yay, I got paint on my face.
Great. Well, it shows you have done something here.
Okay, so we just finished this wall and now we're looking at the other walls, what the situation is.
Yeah, I have been painting the down
Or the
part of the,
bottom part, yeah.
yeah, bottom part of the wall, and then I think we are going to paint next the upper part of the wall.
Yep.
And like you can see, it's very different. The upper have not been painted and the bottom have been painted. So even if there's not so much mold anymore or dirt, it's still so different than the already painted one. But let's see how it goes after we have finished. I think this is so small cottage, we are able to finish this on today. And actually we should, because in the night it starts to rain, so it's better to get finished today.
Agreed. Is this painted yet?
No?
Nope, okay. And then the top part,
Yeah, no.
all of it, okay. What about this wall?
Hugo have been
So here the
painting it.
same, the bottom is done, but the top part is still lacking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna handle these
Yeah. All the time.
edge pieces so that we don't mess this one up?
Yeah.
Okay, so the top here, and then what about this side?
Here.
It's only missing the top, like the very, very top.
Yeah, very top.
I think I will complete this one next.
Yeah, it's nice too because it's very fast.
Yeah, it's fast, it's easy, and it's kind of flat, so I don't need to mess around with the ladder so much.
Of course, you sometimes need to take a break from all of the work, and this is what we're working towards, being able to have fun and enjoy with the kids. Also, you can see the clarity of the lake since the bottom is visible even on the video. Immediately after the rock, it's already deep enough that the water is to my shoulders, so it's an awesome place to swim. Thank you for watching this episode. Next time we will continue with the ceiling and the dividing walls for the bedroom.